Trucking is the backbone of the American supply chain. No trucks, no stuff. Mack is one of America's leading heavy-duty truck makers, and they're all made right here in the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania. The early 1900s were full of visionary inventions. The airplane, the Model T, and wagon maker John Mack had a vision of his own, a powerful, durable road vehicle that would revolutionize commercial transport. In 1905, Mack and his brothers moved the truck manufacturing business from Brooklyn, New York to the Lehigh Valley, an area known for heavy-duty industry. Today, Jim Goodell is the vice president and general manager.
We've been continuously building in the Lehigh Valley now for 106 years.
You have a long history.
And we've got many generations. We can have somebody here that's fourth, fifth generation Mack employee.
Right.
So that gives you that pride, that can-do attitude that we think of as Mack and built like a Mack and bulldog pride.
Right. Today, we're building a Mack Pinnacle Sleeper, a top-of-the-line rig with a built-in mattress for rests during long-haul trips. It's created in 4 main areas: the chassis line, cab line, cab mounting, and final assembly. Everything starts with the chassis. It's the basic frame of the truck, kind of like a skeleton. Workers attach all the brackets, wires, and pipes to get ready for this, the beating heart of a Mack truck, the engine. Wow! Everything in trucking is much larger. That's a big, big engine. This beast is about 5 times the size of a regular engine. Watch this. Technicians guide it down, lining it up just right so it fits between the chassis rails. It has to be firmly installed so it can produce torque, the turning force that drives the truck forward. So this engine has the ability to produce how much torque?
Probably 1,500 foot-pounds of torque. So it can get a tractor trailer going from dead stop. Tractor trailer's got 80,000 pounds that's trying to get moving from a dead stop. This is what gets it going and makes it a performance vehicle.
Mack engines can deliver up to 605 horsepower, more than a standard city bus. Next, the cab line. This is where the cockpit and sleeper go from an empty shell to home on wheels.
Filled it up.
7-year Mack veteran Greg Miller installs the distinctive 2-piece windscreen. To lift it, you've got to use a manipulator.
You want to lift it till it gets above there, okay? Yep. You bring it in, right up against the lip right there. Yep. As soon as this green button pops, you want to hit the off button, and it'll let loose. There you go.
Let it go?
Yep.
Ready?
And you can hit the off button over here. It'll release.
There we go. Oh, very cool. That was awesome. Now, Greg seats the windscreen with a specialized clay-filled hammer.
The new guys that start on here, they're doing one of these, and it's like, hit it, you know. But I'll break it. No, you won't.
Greg injects a mixture of sealant and glue around the edges.
You go all the way around the whole thing.
So you're moving pretty fast. Teams of workers install the interior of the cockpit and sleeper cab as it moves down the line. It's not a sleeper without a mattress. The sleeper cab and cockpit are joined in a process called marriage. Okay, this is one of the coolest areas in the factory, cab mounting. Hey, George, hi there.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Cab line manager Kevin Duchula has been with Mack for 14 years.
We're going to let the chassis run underneath it.
Right.
And then as it runs underneath it, we will slowly drop the cab down. And what I'd like you to do is help out on one of the corners and guide the cab down.
Cool, I'm there. Here it comes. Pretty critical step. This is where the cab is now going to be married to the chassis, which has an engine in it already.
Right.
Now, that shot goes in that way.
Yeah,
okay, Eddie. Want to run that one in? That's good.
All right. That's thoroughly satisfying. Yeah!
And it wouldn't be a Mack truck without that classic hood ornament, the Bulldog.
Wow. There it is.
You got it.
That's pretty heavy, actually.
Yes, it is.
Specialist Rod Chrisman lines the ornament up on the hood and positions the screws.
Then we're going to tighten this one here that holds the base. Because once we tighten these back ones here, there's no moving it.
The Bulldog symbol actually came from British troops in World War I. They nicknamed Mack trucks Bulldogs because of their flat noses and raw muscle power.
And that's a torque gun. It'll stop when it's tight.
That's pretty iconic right there. Mack truck.
Next, I get a chance to install the 300-pound hood with associate Dave Pickering.
Yeah, bring her in. Go up.
Start bringing her in. Up a little.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Now push the down button.
Down button.
And hold the off. And vacuum off.
Vacuum off.
Okay,
Up.
keep it off. Yep, there you go.
It's time to see what the world looks like from the seat of a big rig.
Here we go. That's how you get rid of a deer.
I'm in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, building the Mack Pinnacle Sleeper, a top-of-the-line long-haul truck.
That's pretty.
So far, we've installed the engine, assembled the cab and sleeper, and married them to the chassis. This big boy needs just one more thing: wheels. Specialist Matt Hendwerk is in charge.
Why do they do 2 tires, 4 per axle? Why is that?
It just helps with the weight. This thing's going to hold a lot of weight.
First, you hang the wheels. Then you have to fasten the lug nuts. This is critical. You don't want loose tires on a truck that weighs 40 tons. The machine for the job is a 5-axis torque gun. It tightens 5 bolts simultaneously.
How do you know when to stop?
It'll stop itself. You get all green lights here, and then you look on the board to make sure you got torque.
Well, almost all green. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
Woo! Thank you.
Trucking's a tough job. You drive for hours on end, and you're away from home for weeks at a time.
I'm driving 40 miles an hour in a Mack truck, pulling 75,000 pounds, and it feels like I'm driving a sedan.
But thanks to the guys at Mack Truck, every cross-country trip is first class.